Hey everybody, this is Ron with our DIY Homestead, and we just finished processing last weekend of our market chicks. You can see the remnants of the feathers and everything. We'll take them out and put them in the compost pile. But this weekend, what we're going to do is we are going to be changing this area over to winter some plants that we have out front. Some vegetables, like we got artichokes, we've got some peppers that we want to overwinter. Tough to get open. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cleaning this whole area out. I'm going to be raking it up, and we'll use it on the compost pile as well. And then over here where we had the chicks, or the market chickens, and our rabbits of course, I'm going to be putting the brooder away, cleaning that up. We'll be raking out this whole area, and then this blue tarp that I have over the top is just a cheap tarp that we've had for quite some time, and you can kind of tell, you can start seeing through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this good tarp that I just put up over the chick area. It's a thicker, it's a 16 mil UV protected tarp, and we're slowly transitioning all our cheaper tarps to these. Last a long time, they're heavy. This thing doesn't even flip in the wind, so it's a very good tarp. So I'm going to be putting this tarp, let me see which way we want to go, to this area, and then I'll take this tarp and I'll repurpose it until we just can't use it anymore. I'll probably take it and wrap the brooder up in it or something. But yeah, we're going to get this whole area cleaned up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to close off this end of this area back in here. So there's going to be just a wall here that we're going to put some straw in here. We're going to pull our artichokes and our peppers and everything else that we want to overwinter in here to be protected from the real cold weather. And hopefully we won't get any snow or ice, but if that happens, we do have some heaters that we can put out here to help keep everything warm. And so it begins. I'll bring you along on the journey. All right, the first thing we're going to start with is our brooder. Get that cleaned up. I've already pulled the floor out of it. I've got a one-piece sheet metal floor, just aluminum. Very easy to clean and sanitize. We'll get ready for the next time. So we're just going to scrape out the inside, make sure we get all the sawdust and all the other stuff out of there, and we'll just throw it on the ground because I'm going to be raking everything up and putting it in the compost pile. So let's get going. And that's all there is to cleaning out the brooder. I'll go over and scrub the floor down. And another nice thing about it being aluminum, I can hose it down. It's not going to warp. Just air dry, and you're done, ready for the next season. And there we have it all cleaned up. The floor piece anyway. And we'll put it back in, and we'll haul this thing out of here and get it set where it's going to be for the winter. And we'll pick it back up next spring. And then we'll go on to our next little item on the list today, which is scraping out all the manure, all the wood chips. I'm going to be coming back in with some more wood chips and covering the whole area, just to fill in some of the holes and whatnot. But yeah, keep on trucking. Alright, now that we've got the brooder all put away, we're going to be raking this area out. And I will talk loud because my microphone quit working. And let's get going. That's pretty much it for this area. We'll move over to the big hen area next, and we'll get that all cleaned up. We have got this big area all picked up and cleaned up. The girls are enjoying coming through here and scratching what was underneath. We're going to come through and, like I said, layer it with wood chips. That'll give them something else to play with. But yeah, that's the next part of the project. So let's get to it. Okay, everybody, these are the wood chips that I'm going to be putting in. We've got these delivered from a place called Chip Drop. It's chipdrop.com. You can sign up, and when the arborists are in the area cutting down trees and chopping them up and whatnot, they'll go to the closest address on file for that area, and they'll bring them right to you and dump them and wherever you want them, and it's free. So we got all this front pile we got almost a year ago, I guess. And I'm yeah, a little procrastinating, but I'm just getting around to using them. And just about a week or so ago, we got these next two piles delivered. And again, it's all absolutely free. So that's why I'm putting them in the bottom of the chicken coop area and the chick area. Fill in some holes, give them something to do as they're digging around. And I'm sure I'm going to have to go through there and smooth things out after a while, but that's all right. They're worth it. So here we go. We're starting to load up. Got my first wagon loaded up. There's going to be many wagons brought back there, but let's go. Just looked at the weather, and we got that cold weather coming in, so I'm gonna more than likely not do the big area with the chips yet, because I want to get this area closed off. So I have to remove this blue tarp, move the white tarp from over there over here, and then button up the end of this right here, button up this whole end so we have this whole area to store winter plants in and keep them out of the frost, because it will frost a couple of times. And let's get started on that project. Okay, just setting up and my camera fell over and broke the mount for it, so I'll have to do this in sections till I get another mount for my phone. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the tarp on this side, pull it over to the other side, and then I'll walk it down to the next section where I just pulled the blue tarp off and start pulling it up over the top. And I'll show you when I'm done with it. All right, we have the white tarp in its new home, all tied down, I should say, except for the top. I'm not sure how I'm going to fasten the inside tarp yet on this end, but we'll make sure everything's all fastened up when we get the blue tarp in. That'll be the next step, and I will show you again when it's completed. Okay, we've got it buttoned up about as much as we can get for right now. We moved the white tarp from the chicken tractor over here, and that white tarp is a 16 mil, I believe it's a 12 by 25, UV protected, very thick, very heavy duty. It should last a long time instead of the cheap ones that you can buy at the local stores, which was that blue one. We replaced the blue one with the white one, and now we're using the blue one on the end cap to kind of hold some of the heat in here because we're getting some cold days coming up. I've got some bales of straw down at the bottom. I'm going to be getting some more. And we're moving in some plants from the front garden, some peppers, some artichokes, and things like that. We're going to be bringing in here to kind of protect them from the frost and the cold weather. I do have brooder heaters that we use for our chicks. I'm actually thinking we might use those for our bunnies if it gets real cold. Keep them nice and warm. Yeah, so I'll move the plants in next and show you the end result. And then the next project after that is the big hen area. Let me turn around here. We're going to be putting wood chips in and things like that. That'll probably be, yeah, that'll be next. All right, we got all the plants moved to the back that we're going to do. Got a couple of artichokes that are growing really well, and we don't want to damage them with this cold weather coming in. So we brought them in here, sealed everything off as much as we could anyway. And we do have some pepper plants that we want to overwinter. We're going to try this for the first time. And we'll see how it goes. We got some jalapenos, some bell peppers, and some sweet peppers. We'll see how it goes. Now to the next project, which will probably be next weekend, would be the big area for the hens. We'll get that all fixed up for them. Well, it's the next weekend, and I already had the piles in here and I was going to show you all, but the girls decided they wanted to spread it out for me, so went ahead and let them do the hard work, and they filled in most of the holes and pecked through everything. And now I can show you. I don't know if you can see them under there. A lot of them are underneath, just cuddled up on the nice fresh chips and enjoying themselves. They will have a good time digging through all this stuff for all the bugs and whatnot that's going to bring in. And yep, that will end this video, and on to the next adventure and the next project.